Starbucks is an American company and the owner of the largest chain of coffee shops around the world. The first Starbucks branch was opened on March 31st, 1971 by three friends. These three people, an English teacher named Jerry Baldwin, a history teacher named Zoe Siegel, and a writer named Gordon Booker, had met during their student days at the University of San Francisco. Alfred Pete taught them how to roast coffee, and they decided to open a shop selling high-quality coffee and its equipment. At that time, Booker met a person named Terry Heckler who owned an advertising agency. To choose the name, he told them that words starting with S, T, have a lot of power. This proposal involved the minds of these three friends. Then the name of a fictional character called Starbuck in Moby Dick's novel flashed in his mind, and they named their store Starbucks. Booker later stated that the Moby Dick book had nothing to do with their brand, and that they only chose the name because it made them feel good. In the years between 1971 and 1976, this store offered only roasted coffee beans for sale to customers, and the only brewed coffees they brewed were small, free samples that were served in the store. Little by little, their sales flourished, and it was in this year that Howard Schultz stepped into this shop for the first time. Howard Schultz was born on July 19, 1953 in New York City, America, in a poor family. He was the first in his family to go to university. Howard Schultz graduated from the university in 1975 with a bachelor's degree in communications. He worked as a salesman for a while, and after a few years became a company sales representative, and in 1979, he took over the management of the American division of a Swedish coffee factory with 20 employees. In 1981, Howard Schultz became curious about a large order of plastic filters from one of his customers, Starbucks, and went to their shop and offered to cooperate. And 1 year later, he joined the partners as a marketer. In 1983, Howard traveled to Italy to get to know the secrets of Italian coffees and gain experience in this field. He wanted to bring the tradition of Italian coffee houses to America, a place where people gather and talk to each other while drinking coffee. In fact, the purpose of setting up a coffee shop was to create a third place in addition to work and home so that people can spend their time there. After returning from this trip, he tried to convince the founders of this company to add drinks such as espresso to the sale of coffee beans. The owners of this store did not want to enter the restaurant business. Disappointed, Howard Schultz decided to leave Starbucks in 1985 and open his own coffee shop with the name IL Journal. In this coffee shop, he brewed Starbucks coffee and sold it to customers. In August 1987, Howard pooled his money and bought the Starbucks franchise from its owners. Schultz combined these two stores and expanded its branches, and in the same year, the number of branches of this store reached 17 in America and Canada. In 1991, the first Starbucks branch was opened in Seattle International Airport, and today this brand has branches in most airports around the world. Also, the first Starbucks branch outside the United States was opened in 1996 in Tokyo, Japan. The logo of this company is the image of a mermaid with two tails called Siren. According to Greek legends, this mermaid deceives sailors and causes them to drown. The founders of Starbucks also used the image of this mermaid to attract coffee lovers from all over the world. As of 2016, Starbucks had 24,464 branches and 238,000 employees worldwide.